It's the new year and you look on your phone and you see all sorts of motivation, all sorts of posts, all sorts of videos talking about how to level up in 2024, and you're thinking, oh, my life has been crap. No, it's not. It's just a time to recoup, sit down, and I don't like to wait for the new year. Do this all the time. Get visions, plan. But anyway, this video today has come in apt because the year is starting and I've had some very small glitches here and there. And of course on my channel as well, I've had a rethink and I'm back. Yes, I missed you guys. It's been a while. How are you all doing? Thanks for all the love, the concern after my last video. If you didn't watch that, I'll pin it. I had a bit of a setback, but I'm here. I've had the time to think, and I've also had the time to appreciate how amazing last year was for me in all aspects of my life. But I'm looking to even be better this year. I'm going to share, and that is what this channel will focus on over the next few months. We'll see how it goes. It's sharing my progress, my journey, self-improvement, productivity, wellness, and all of that nice stuff. And of course, this is in advance because I'm going to start the 75 soft challenge on the 1st of Jan. Wish me luck. Anyway, so this is just in preparation of the 75 soft challenge. Along that, I'll have a set of things that I'm going to change and I'm going to share in this video how. So if this is of interest to you, please sit back, relax, get a drink, and let's get into the video. I am not somebody who believes in New Year resolutions. I think that every point in your life, you should be strategically and planning how to be the better version of yourself. But most people do this within calendar months, maybe periods in the year like a quarter. I do this very often lately, especially because I've been journaling. The end of the year seems like the right time to strategically plan and think about how you want your next 12 months or perhaps your next 3 months or your next month to look like. Well, today I am going to share the tips that helped me last year to achieve the best version of myself this year and tick off most of what I wanted to achieve last year. So I'm going to share in this video the steps that I took, mainly 5 broad steps. That will be in the category of wellness and fitness. The other is relationships of friends, family. And the third, which is really important, is money. And the other is fun and my happiness. These are the things that helped me last year. And these plans that I made really shaped where I am today. Let's get straight into the video. But before I do, I'll just quickly introduce myself to you. My name is Lua. Hi! I create content around several things, but most importantly, self-improvement and being the better version of yourself. So before you talk about how you've not hit any of your resolutions last year, please pause. Most people would only see this video because they believe that they need to do something dramatically different next year and perhaps your last year went completely unachieved. That's not true. What really helps, and I know most of you might know this but you don't practice it, is to check and see the highlights of last year. What went well? That would help because that would get you out of the place of thinking you're completely not in a good place, and it helps your moral up-being. Of course, if you keep being told that you're a failure, you feel so. So think about the things that have gone well. And the way I do this, I look at my phone and I look at my calendar. Sometimes you can do this by month, by quarter, or by region, or just by the categories I shared before, which is your health and wellness, which is your relationship, which is friends, family, and money, and of course your happiness. And that will tell you the highlights of last year. I can think of several, although I had a few setbacks towards the end of the year, but every other aspect of my life went amazingly well. And I think that you should look at that. Look about the places you've been to. I went to 6 or 7 countries, 3 continents, and that made me happy, of course. And the other thing to do before you jump on the bandwagon of wanting to change your entire life, which might not need changing, is think about the things that did not go so well. What would you improve? And of course, I can think about that. Relationships, I could do better. And the third main thing are the habits that you want to take forward. That would come from issues, the highlights, the lows and the highs. So just make a note of this consciously and dive. Maybe you should journal. That would help you to put pen to paper the things that you wish to achieve. Right, let's go to the next. The next thing that I will be doing over the next 12 months, and I'll really ask you to do, is please make your plans in bite-sized chunks. Don't give yourself the pressure of wanting to achieve in unrealistic time frames. Let me give an example. My channel, I share a lot about my fitness journey, and I'll be doing a lot of videos because I've had some major issues, some major setbacks, some positives. And the one thing that I'll say is, as opposed to saying you need to lose, say, 10 kilos in 3 months, spread it. Say you need to lose 15 kilos within the next 12 months. That is a lot less pressure, because I can tell you that when you schedule your plans within times that you will not be under pressure, you'll definitely see results. Instead of saying I need to go to the gym 5 days a week. No, maybe say within a 3 months period, you want to clock in and clock out 25 times or 20 times. That might give you less pressure and you probably exceed. Same with business and money. I made some very, very big decisions last year and the year before. Business decision. Before you do that, don't plan to make 100,000 a year. Think about the quarter, think about the month, think about things in bite-sized chunks that 1, you can achieve, and 2, you can measure realistically. I'm going to talk about sleep. Sleep is something that I've underrated for so many years, and that's top on my list this year. I think our culture, our work culture, especially if you're in the corporate world, people think that if you go to bed before 10, you're so non-productive, you're not work conscientious, and you're just living lazy. That's really what has been pushed to most people to believe recently, that you have to slave yourself. I've also learned that there's no price for suffering. So if you think that staying up late will help you, that's so non-productive, because it's been proven, the research, and I'm going to put on the screen, share a sleep doctor who I follow, who has helped me to sleep more. And when you sleep better, you don't only feel fitter, you feel stronger, you make better decisions, and even your life, there's a longer life expectancy when you have at least 8 hours sleep. And it's not just sleeping, it's sleeping and sleeping deep, sleeping properly. You can even buy smartwatches that measure your sleeping and do some research. For me, on a personal level, I find that when I wake up early, being a mom, a busy mom of 4, the biggest hack I've learned in my life is waking up before my family. And that makes me get 75% of what I need to get done before midday. And how do you sleep early? How do you get up early? By going to bed early. So this is something that you can just add a small note of increasing the hours you sleep and getting a very, very thorough routine going. And if you start that early, do that for a few days, that will definitely help you long run. So what I'm planning to do, and what I would expect most of you to do if you want to level up, is maybe go to bed by 10 or 11 and wake up by 6. Waking up early, I go to the gym, I get ready for work, and before the kids are up, I'm nice and set by 7:38. And that really, really helps your productivity if you're looking to level up this year. The 4th thing I'm looking to do is reduce the screen time, the time I spend on screens. This is really a plague. I think it's a plague. You can't sit down, relax, talk with friends without touching our phones and scrolling. It's such a bad habit, and I'm looking for ways I'm going to share over the next few months, ways that I'll get my family to sit down at the table without phones, have guests, talk without holding phones. It's very destructive and it spoils your eyesight. It makes you too excited, especially at night before going to bed. So it doesn't only help with your concentration on other things, but it gives you time to spend with your kids, with your family, with your loved ones. And it's something that I'm looking to really, really get more serious at this year by reducing my screen times. And I have a setting which I'm sharing on that. When it's 10 o'clock, my screen goes to the sleep mode, and that really helps me not to touch it. I put it on silent while I'm sleeping, and in the morning I do all of my activities, go to the gym, do all of that without touching my phone. That's why I actually have invested on a headset so that I don't have to give an excuse, touch my phone, start scrolling, messages, phone calls, Instagram, TikTok, just looking at pages. It is very destructive. Think about what you could be doing, that business proposal you could be doing. I want to be journaling more, writing more, scripting more, spending time with my kids, and all of that cannot be done when you're on your phone almost 24 hours. And the second to the last thing is detoxifying the people around me. I'm going to have a clear detox. I'll only surround myself with people who are positive, who add value, and who I can learn a thing from. I know that this is something that we say all the time, but trust me, if we implement it, we'll have better results, because your energy, you sap energy from people around you. Make that decision. And if you have people who you love and who just maybe sap you, just set boundaries, set good boundaries so that they don't infringe your space. And the other thing we'll talk about is my personal self-care, looking my best, feeling my best. Yes, like a mother, we let things slip here and there, but making that conscious decision more than ever will make a massive difference. Just things like sometimes just have a soak in the bath. Nothing that will keep you in a mental position. Make sure your nails are done. Even if they're not done to perfection, let it look neat. Feel good, smell good, do your facials, look after your skin, self-care. All of those things. Personally, next this year, when you see me on the street, you'll say, who's that girl? You don't recognize me. I'm going to be, there's no excuse. Even doing the school runs in the morning, I'll do it better, because that will give you a mental clarity. And just on this point, my environment as well, the mood at home. Sometimes when you walk into your home and it smells nice, you have candles, you have nice music, it gives you the right headspace. It just sets you up right. And I'm sure that there are other things that you guys will be doing to level up. You can feel free to share. This is going to be my input, my advice, and what I'm going to plan to do. And I'll share in bite-sized chunks with you guys for the next few months, quarters, and I'll share all of my vision. I'm going to have a vision board, which I'll share with you guys in the next few videos. And yes, if you enjoyed this, give us a like and consider subscribing for similar content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.